Trump legal cases in presidential election. February 21, 2024. Hello and welcome back to News Media Hant's Daily Digest. Trump's own words, a key piece of evidence in the classified documents lawsuit. Donald Trump's recent admission during a Fox News town hall regarding his handling of classified documents has provided Special Counsel Jack Smith with a potential gift in the ongoing legal battle. Trump's assertion that he didn't have to hand over the sensitive materials sought under federal subpoena serves as incriminating evidence against him, highlighting his alleged wrongdoing. Facing 41 criminal counts, including willful retention of national defense information and conspiracy to obstruct justice, Trump's comments further reinforced the accusations of illegal hoarding of classified materials at Mar-a-Lago, ultimately strengthening the prosecution's case. Trump's claim not only contradicts federal subpoena requests but also contradicts his own legal obligations. Despite pleading not guilty to the charges, Trump's admission on national television underscores his disregard for legal protocols and adds weight to the allegations of obstruction of justice. With his trial set to begin in May, Trump's cavalier attitude towards classified documents and his insistence on his perceived immunity from legal consequences could prove to be pivotal factors in determining the outcome of the case, potentially leading to further legal repercussions for the former president and his co-defendants. Trump has falsely claimed that all the material he brought to Florida was already declassified, even though he knew otherwise. He also claimed that being the president allowed him to declassify documents at will, even just by thinking about it, which is not true. As a result, Trump now faces trial in May for hoarding classified documents, and he has given Smith additional evidence that he had wrongfully kept them classified. Trump's legal maelstrom, financial crunch and courtroom battles mount. In the tumultuous aftermath of a seismic judgment in his civil fraud case, former President Donald Trump confronts an unprecedented financial conundrum. Rendered liable for approximately $450 million by Justice Arthur Engoron, Trump grapples with the daunting imperative of mobilizing the requisite funds within a perilously narrow 30-day window. This monumental sum, encompassing prejudgment interest, threatens to not only exhaust Trump's cash reserves but also potentially imperil his ability to mount a robust legal defense, casting a shadow over his once vaunted financial empire. Despite Trump's concerted efforts to explore avenues that circumvent reliance on his personal finances, including overtures to potential bond providers, the path forward remains fraught with intricate financial and legal entanglements. As the scrutiny of his net worth intensifies amid mounting legal fees and adverse judgments, Trump faces the stark reality of having to contemplate the mortgaging or liquidation of prized assets to satisfy his burgeoning liabilities. Moreover, the specter of an $83.3 million defamation judgment, coupled with the specter of a pending criminal trial in New York, underscores the gravity of Trump's legal predicament, portending a potential reckoning that could reverberate across the corridors of power and public perception alike. In the ongoing legal saga surrounding the aftermath of the 2020 election, former President Donald Trump faces yet another hurdle as he and his co-defendants contend with the fallout from a contentious hearing in Atlanta. Charged by the Fulton County District Attorney over alleged efforts to overturn the election results, Trump's legal team sought to disqualify the prosecutor, Fani Willis, citing a perceived conflict of interest. However, the second day of the evidentiary hearing took an unexpected turn for the defendants as their attempt to challenge Willis's integrity faltered. Despite calling Terrence Bradley, former divorce lawyer for Willis's top deputy, to testify against her, their efforts to undermine Willis's credibility hit a roadblock. Bradley's testimony, while initially anticipated to discredit Willis and her deputy Nathan Wade, ultimately fell short, leaving the defendants grappling with uncertainty regarding their ability to sway the presiding judge, Scott McAfee, and potentially derail the criminal charges. Trump's fraud ruling sets stage for high-stakes criminal trial. The recent judgment against former President Donald Trump, ordering him to pay a staggering $354 million in the civil fraud case, casts a long shadow over his impending criminal trial, set to commence next month. Judge Arthur Engoron's ruling not only underscores the gravity of Trump's legal predicament but also lends credence to the testimony of his former attorney, Michael Cohen, a pivotal figure in the upcoming trial. Despite Trump and his legal team's vehement efforts to impugn Cohen's credibility, the judge's endorsement of Cohen's testimony as credible could significantly bolster the prosecution's case, particularly regarding the alleged $130,000 hush money payments made to adult film actress Stormy Daniels during the 2016 campaign. The specter of Trump's impending criminal trial looms large, with the ex-president facing a litany of charges related to falsifying business records, each carrying penalties of fines up to $5,000 and potential imprisonment for up to 4 years per count. With Cohen poised to play a pivotal role as a key witness, the prosecution's meticulous preparation, including extensive meetings with Cohen and the accumulation of corroborative evidence, underscores the gravity of the case against Trump. Despite his vociferous denials and attempts to disparage Cohen's credibility, Trump finds himself ensnared in a legal quagmire of his own making, with the prospect of substantial financial penalties and the possibility of a conviction looming large. As the trial date approaches, Trump's legal woes compound with the mounting financial burden imposed by the civil fraud judgment, which balloons to an eye-watering $453.5 million with accrued interest. Despite the ex-president's persistent attacks on Cohen's character and credibility, the judge's unequivocal endorsement of Cohen's truthfulness in his ruling reverberates as a potent validation of the prosecution's case. With the scales of justice seemingly tipped against him, Trump faces a reckoning that transcends mere legalities, as his credibility, financial standing, and political legacy hang in the balance amidst the unfurling legal drama. Letitia James asserts, seizing Trump's assets for civil fraud fine. New York Attorney General Letitia James remains resolute in her determination to enforce the $354 million civil fraud judgment against former President Donald Trump. In an interview with ABC News, James affirmed her readiness to pursue aggressive measures, including asset seizure, should Trump fail to meet the financial obligations imposed by the court. "We are prepared to make sure that the judgment is paid to New Yorkers, and yes, I look at 40 Wall Street each and every day," James said regarding the standard court process for collecting judgments in civil cases. With Trump's denial of any wrongdoing in his vow to appeal, James emphasized her confidence in the strength of her case on appeal, reiterating her commitment to ensuring that justice is served for New Yorkers. James's unwavering stance underscores the gravity of the situation as she seeks to hold Trump accountable for his alleged financial misconduct. With the court's ruling imposing a substantial fine, augmented by approximately $100 million in prejudgment interest, Trump faces mounting pressure to satisfy the judgment. James's assertion that her office will not hesitate to seize assets, notably singling out Trump's 40 Wall Street skyscraper, underscores the seriousness with which she approaches the enforcement of legal judgments, emphasizing the importance of upholding financial integrity and fairness in New York. New York Attorney General Letitia James emphatically dismissed former President Donald Trump's attempts to downplay the severity of his financial misconduct, emphasizing the profound impact of his actions on the integrity of the financial system. "Financial frauds are not victimless crimes," James asserted, highlighting the gravity of Trump's fraudulent activities. She emphasized that Trump's transgressions were not mere oversights but constituted a massive amount of fraud with staggering implications. James refuted Trump's assertion that the legal proceedings would destabilize New York's business environment, pointing to thriving tourism and Wall Street activity. With Trump facing a litany of legal setbacks, including losses in civil cases and impending criminal charges, James concluded with a pointed observation on the efficacy of women in getting the job done, underscoring her resolve to hold Trump accountable for his actions. Nikki Haley defies Trump's threats, donors stand firm as campaign gains momentum. Donald Trump's attempt to throttle Nikki Haley's fundraising prowess has failed to deter her donors, underscoring a steadfast commitment to her candidacy despite the former president's threats. Despite Trump's warning that backers of Haley would face exclusion from the MAGA camp, donors have doubled down on their support, propelling Haley's campaign forward with renewed vigor. Munir Lalani, a staunch supporter, exemplifies this resolve, contributing a substantial $30,000 to Haley's campaign and affiliated groups, defying Trump's attempts to undermine her financial backing. On Tuesday at an event in Greenville, SC, Haley said, "I have no fear of Trump's retribution." She added, "I'm not looking for anything from him." Haley's resilience in the face of Trump's coercive tactics not only reflects the unwavering support of her donors, but also highlights broader concerns within the Republican Party about Trump's influence in the trajectory of conservative politics. As Haley forges ahead with her campaign, buoyed by sustained fundraising and grassroots enthusiasm, Trump's threats serve as a rallying cry for supporters who reject his divisive rhetoric and seek a more inclusive vision for the party. In South Carolina and beyond, Haley's supporters remain steadfast, undeterred by Trump's attempts to dictate the course of the race and eager to propel her candidacy to victory. Munir Lalani, a registered Republican and Haley donor who previously voted for Trump in 2016, expressed his disillusionment with the former president's divisive rhetoric, emphasizing the impact of Trump's words on public sentiment. Lalani, along with his wife, demonstrated their support for Haley by contributing a substantial $30,000 to her campaign and affiliated groups in 2023, underscoring their commitment to an alternative Republican voice. Similarly, a 74-year-old homemaker, while acknowledging Trump's economic achievements, condemned his character, expressing strong disdain and a refusal to support him in future elections. She articulated her willingness to vote for a third-party candidate if Trump secures the GOP nomination, reflecting a growing sentiment among disillusioned conservative voters. Conversely, Rod Adair, a former New Mexico state senator, criticized Trump's recent remarks about Haley donors as impulsive and lacking foresight, highlighting concerns about the former president's off-the-cuff communication style and its potential repercussions within the party.
Campaign reports came out, and we saw that he spent $50 million of campaign contributions to his campaign on his personal court cases.
Thanks for watching. If you like it, comment and hit the like and share buttons. Subscribe for future videos.